Today we will be reviewing the Poetic Affinity Series case. Alright, so boom. First of all, we are treated to something that looks real nice. It's still inside packaging, as you can clearly see there. This is the Poetic case, Affinity Series case for the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. As far as looks go alone, this looks really nice. I really like the look of it. Here, let me get it up close and personal for you, so you can check out every little nook and cranny of it. You see the cutouts there at the bottom. Looks real nice, real slick. You see the side there with the anti-slip ridges. Very nice looking. Let me get that in focus for you. Looks real slick. You have the button there. The other side, you see it has all the necessary cutouts for the Galaxy S7 Edge. There it is. There you go. Get a good look at it. So far, this is a very slick looking case. One of the things, as many of you already know from seeing all my other reviews, is I like when the manufacturers put their logo nice and strategically placed, but not so big. It's just nice and small and not too obnoxious. That's one of my pet peeves when looking at some of these cases. A lot of the time is just that the manufacturers kind of get too excited with their own logos, and this one is just fine. It's not too big. It's actually pretty darn good. It looks slick on its own, but obviously let's see what it looks like with the phone inside of it. So let me bring out my trusty Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge and let's begin. Let's put this in. The installation should be pretty straightforward. Just put one end in, put it in place. Let's see there. All right, and then pop in the other corners. There's one, and there's the other. And let's make sure all the edges are placed just where they're supposed to be. And I think we got it. I think it's in. It's locked and loaded here. So there it is. From the front, not much to look at. It doesn't really add too much in terms of bulk, I guess you could say. It's very thin. That's definitely a plus, especially because that's something that they're touting with this particular case, that it's a slim case, and it definitely lives up to that. As we can see here, very slim. It doesn't add much bulk at all. Now they claim that it adds maximum protection. I can see here immediately that the lips are raised on their edges here for the phone case, so that's always a plus, because we don't want the case, when we put it down on a table or on any kind of surface, we don't want the case to be resting solely on its face being the glass on the front. So that's really good. It has the raised lips. That's cool. Now, one thing that they claim is the reinforced corners for it. Just judging based on what I see here, the corners do seem to be reinforced. So if you look at that, all four corners right there, boom, 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 and boom, all of them are reinforced. You can have a close-up there, have a better look. Really nice, really slick looking case. Now this is a case that's I would say on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of pricing. Now, I do believe it's because they want to price, not because it's a cheap case by any means. It looks like it's made out of fairly decent material. The TPU on it looks pretty solid. The clear looks okay. However, I do see that just looking at it at the first glance here, with putting my thumbs on it, you can see already that it's kind of smudging just a little bit, so that might be an issue for some people. But however, it lives up to everything that it's touted as having. Has pretty decent protection for a slim case, and the edges are slightly textured or ridged, whatever you might want to call it, ribbed, who knows. And they do help a little bit with the grip, actually. As I'm holding the phone, I can just, it gives it that little bit of extra grip that you sometimes need when you're holding your phone, and that's really good. I really like that. It's a nice added touch, but it doesn't add too much, what would be the word, grippiness, I suppose. Or how sometimes you have cases that are too grippy, too rubbery. You try to put them in your pocket or take it out of your pocket, and they just kind of get stuck in there. This one doesn't seem to have that type of feel to it. It's not the stickiness or the grippy type of texture. It's just textured. That's it on the TPU. So that's really nice. You can see this kind of like skeleton of the black TPU on it against the clear, and that actually helps it. So when you lay it down, it's not actually resting on the back of the phone. It gives it about half a millimeter or so of space between the actual phone and the base of the surface that you're actually placing your phone on. So that's a plus. In addition to that, the phone's camera is nice in there. It's in well within the protrusion. You see that there? So the camera lens will be sufficiently protected. You can see there. So that's really nice. Nice little case. I think Poetic is doing some things right. Definitely with where they're going. You can see the openings there with the phone on it. Let me get that in focus for you. Get a better look. Yeah, so looks really good. I'm really liking this case a lot. Now, I do agree. In terms of protection, I do believe what they're saying. It will offer the best protection for a case this slim. However, I've seen other cases where it does seem like they offer better protection than this would. This one, in terms of cons, I do see it getting a lot of smudges here on this clear TPU in the back. Plus, if you press it down, it seems like it's not fully touching the phone. You can see that there's still a little bit of space between the clear plastic here in the back and the phone itself. So you have that. But other than that, I mean, that's just nitpicking at this point, considering that this is almost a flawless case for its class. It looks really slick. You see it here, black on black, so it's not really popping out as much as it would pop out if you have the titanium or the gold phones here. So this, I like the way it looks, the black on black. Actually, it's really slick looking, but it would pop out a lot more on those other phone models if that's what you have. So this is really cool. I really like it. The placement of their logo actually looks kind of cool there as well against the phone's logos. So really nice, really slick. You can see all that right there. I definitely recommend this case. One thing that I am noticing, however, is the buttons are not as clicky as you would see in other cases. These buttons are a little bit harder to press into than you would in other cases, such as the Spigans or the Caseology cases, which are just very, very clicky. They're like almost independent buttons from the rest of the case, where these seem to be just kind of part of the case itself, of the material there, as you can see. So you have to kind of give that extra little push to click the buttons in, so they're not as clicky as other buttons that you would see, and it's nice and tight in here in the phone itself. Many other phone cases, they'll kind of be a little bit on the loose side as far as this goes. As you can see, it's kind of loose here because it has the cutout here. See that? It has those cutouts there, so it's kind of loose there. But I'm talking about the corners. The corners are nice and tight in there. It's not super precision, but it is gonna hold up, I do believe, in a medium fall, from a medium distance. What would be a medium distance? I would say if you're walking from pocket level. So this has been a case review of the Poetic case. This is the Affinity series, and this is an awesome looking case. Thanks for watching Daddy's Game Time, and if you want to be the first to see our newest videos, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. You can also find us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at keyword Daddy's Game Time, or visit our website, daddysgametime.com. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Leo, and remember, enjoy your games and love your families.